Okay, I can start from beginning near, I think it was in June. I start booking some flights for from September 9 to September 13th from Toronto to Tehran. So this eDreams, similar to any other times, just to show some options for me. So I booked one of them. But after, when I go to the airport in Toronto, they say you cannot take this flight because one stop of this flight is in uh, New York, and for this transition, you need a transition visa. So I called them for cancellation. It was 4 hours before the flight, but they didn't accept this, and they say must pay totally by yourself. So, and forced me to actually take another flight, and I use, for instance, Cheaper Air is one of the other agencies. And when I do the same thing, I realized they show some information clearly, for instance, for the stops, if they need some uh, visa, because I'm currently Iranian, but for I think maybe US is the only country because before it's almost for 10 years I'm living in different countries, but recently, near 8 months ago, I came to Canada, but realized here for transition needs visa because any other countries they don't need visa from me. It's not the first time. But similar, I expected similar to cheaper air, which shows clear message. Even I shared this photo in your websites. That's so it shows us. So we must be careful about this, or maybe for transition we need visa. So it must be investigated. So when they get all the information from us based on the passports, expectation is because uh, they can suggest some other uh, pass or other flights which doesn't need actually a transition from US. But they suggest this one, for instance, and without any extra information. So it was my problem. They didn't accept this. Also, it was before the flight. They say we cannot do anything. I'm sorry for that. That's it. I called them even before the flight. I even have actually Prime. For more than 2 years, I have eDreams Prime account. For Prime, for instance, they say, okay, if you have Prime, if there is some problem, so we can, with the first call, for instance, we will answer you. But for this case, they say, no, we cannot do anything. And in addition, I just compare, so for as a tip for other customers who wants to definitely check this, because even for Prime, that say, for instance, we always have discounts. With Prime, I check for the same flight, I can save more than $400 was difference between cheaper air and eDreams. So that, in my view, it doesn't make sense. So when they say, so we have some extra accounts, or we always expected to have discounts, the same class, both economy, both with the same luggage, the same conditions, but $400 more expensive. So with respect to actually the other agencies. So I didn't find any specific reason why this one is that price. And they say, okay, if you have Prime, for instance, instead of $400, you can pay $350 more. In my view, it doesn't make any sense. So they are not sharing this information with many of the customers. I already did this, so but I'm not sure about what else I can do. Because so this is based on the company, they are not answering me because of this reason. Actually, I provided some information here because they say no, we cannot refund you.